everyone, this is Daisy Margaret. In today's video, we are about to discuss Class 8, Unit 19, Movements in Animals, Part 2. Topics to be discussed: movement in different animals, earthworm, cockroach, birds, snake, fish, and movements in human body. Movements in different animals. Movement is one of the significant features of living beings. That is, it is sufficiently great and it is important. Movement is important feature of living beings. This is the basic mechanism used in majority of the vertebrates including human. What are vertebrates? Vertebrates are animals that have a backbone inside their body. This group includes fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So the basic mechanism used in majority of the vertebrates including human is movement. Animals exhibit a wide range of movements. In this part, let us study about movements in different animals. Earthworm. Hope everyone would have seen this. The body of the earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. The body of the earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. So you can see here in the picture, the body of the earthworm, it is made up of many rings joined end to end. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. Under its body, it has large number of bristles called setae, which are connected with muscles. So, what are bristles? Bristles are short, stiff hair on the animal's skin. Okay, so these bristles they help to get grip on the ground. During movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear portion fixed to the ground. So what is a rear portion? Rear portion is back part. So during movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body by keeping the back position fixed to the ground. So after that, it fixes the front end and then releases the rear end. It fixes the front end and it releases the back end. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. So you can see here the movement in the picture. So it fixes the front end and then releases the back end, and then it is shortening the body and it is pulling the rear end forward. So this makes it to move forward by small distances. Repeating such muscle contraction and relaxation, the earthworm can move through soil. A slimy substance secreted by its body helps this movement. So, what is a slimy substance? It is thick, wet, and unpleasant. Okay. Activity: observe an earthworm moving on soil in the garden. Gently lift it and place it on a piece of blotting or filter paper. Observe its movement now. In which of the above two surfaces do you find that the earthworm is able to move easily? The earthworm moves easily on the soil in the garden. Cockroach. A cockroach has 3 pairs of jointed legs which help it to walk, run, and climb. It also has 2 pairs of wings for flying. So you can see here the parts of an cockroach. Activity: observe a cockroach and identify its legs and wings. Try to know more about other parts of cockroach with the help of your teacher. So you can see here. So here we have the wings, and this part is called as antenna, and this is eye, and the stomach part is called as abdomen, and here we have the head and thorax, and here we have the leg. So these are the different parts of cockroach. Birds can walk on the ground and fly as well. Some birds can also swim in the water. A bird has streamlined body. Its bones are light and strong. They are hollow and have air spaces between them. So the birds they can walk on the ground and they can fly as well. Even some birds they can also swim in water. A bird has a streamlined body. What is a streamlined body? It is the shape that decreases friction drag between a fluid such as air or water. Okay, so this streamlined body is only decreasing the friction and they are able to fly easily. So it bones are light and strong. Their bones are hollow and they have air spaces between them. So what is hollow? Hollow is having a hole or empty space inside. So the bones are very light and strong so that they are able to fly for a height. So their bones are very light and strong so that they can fly easily. The lower portion of limbs are modified as claws, which help them to walk and to perch. The breastbones are modified to hold massive flight muscles, which help in moving wings up and down. Birds have special flight muscles, and forelimbs are modified as wings. What are limbs? Limbs are a bird's wing or the arm or leg of a person or some four-legged animal. Okay, so this lower portion of the limbs are modified as claws. They only help them to walk and to perch. Perch is to rest on something. The breastbones they are modified to hold massive flight muscles, so they only help in moving the wings up and down. What are breastbone? Breastbone they are thin flat bone running down the center of the chest, so to which the ribs are getting attached. So the birds have special flight muscles and they also have the four limbs. They are only modified as wings. The wings and tail have long feathers which help in flying. Birds show two types of flight, gliding and flapping. During gliding, the bird has its wings and tail spread out. So you can see here this is gliding and this is flapping. So birds show two types of flight. One is gliding, another one is flapping. So gliding is during gliding the bird has its wings spread and the tail spread out. In this movement, the bird uses air currents for going up and down. Flapping is an active flight. The bird beats the air by flapping its wings. They use flight feathers for this purpose. Movement of the bird uses air currents for going up and down. Air current is air moving sometimes with considerable force. Okay, so this bird it beats the air by flapping its wings. So flapping is an active flight, so they use flight feathers for this purpose. So flapping is moving them up and down, moving the wings up and down. Activity: observe a hen and crow. How do they move? Write about the similarities and dissimilarities found among them in your notebook. The hen can run here and there in the ground, but crow cannot run because it can only jumps. The similarities are crow and hen consumes worms from the street grounds. So similarities between the movement of hen and crow. So the similarities between the movement of hen and a crow are: the hen and crow both walk on their two legs while moving on the land. The hen and the crow both can fly with the help of their wings. Differences between the movement of a hen and a crow are: the flights of the hen are very short both in time and altitude. Altitude is height. But the flights of the crow are comparatively long both in time and altitude. The major part of the movement of hen is walking, but the major part of the movement of crow is flying. These are the similarity and dissimilarity between the movement of a hen and a crow. Snake. The body of a snake consists of a large number of vertebrae. Vertebrae is each of the series of small bones forming the backbone. The adjoining vertebrae, ribs, and skin are interconnected with slender body muscles. What is slender? Slender is gracefully thin. When the snake moves, it makes many loops on its sides. So the body of the snake, it consists of large number of vertebrae, and the adjoining vertebrae, ribs and skin, they are interconnected. They are interlinked with slender body muscles, with gracefully thin muscles. And when the snake moves, it makes many loops on its sides. So what are loops? Loops are shape produced by a curve that bends round and crosses itself. Okay, so that is called as loop. So you can see here in the picture, these are called as loops. Okay, so when the snake moves, it makes many loops on its sides. The forward push of the loops against the surface makes the snake move forward. Movement of snake is called slithering movement. Many snakes can swim in water also. So the forward push of the loops against the surface makes the snake to move forward. The meaning of slithering is moving smoothly over a surface with a twisting or oscillating motion. So the movement of snake is called slithering movement, and the many snakes, they can also swim in water. Do you know, since snakes do not have legs, they use their muscles and their scales to move. Fish. Fish swims with the help of fins. They have two paired fins and an unpaired fin. The body of a fish is streamlined to reduce friction while moving in water. Fish, they swims with the help of fins, and they have a streamlined body, so that streamlined body helps to reduce friction while moving in water. So they have two paired fins and an unpaired fin. Fishes, they have strong muscles which help in swimming. When a fish swims, its front part curves to one side and the tail part stays in the opposite direction. So fishes, they have strong muscles so that they can swim very easily. So when a fish swim, its front part will be to the one side and the tail part stays in the opposite direction. So in the next move, the front part curves to the opposite side and the tail part also changes its position to another side. So the caudal or tail fin helps in changing direction. So which helps in changing the direction? The tail only helps in changing the direction. It is called as caudal fin. Do you know, fish have streamlined body structure which helps them to move smoothly with the flow of water. Muscles and fins on the body and the tail help to keep the balance. Activity. Make a paper boat, put it in water, and push it with narrow end pointing forward. Now hold the boat sideways and push it into the water from the broadside. What did you observe? In which process was it easy to move the boat? Have you noticed that the shape of a boat is somewhat like a fish? Yes. So what happens? What did you observe? The boat, it moves very smoothly and it goes in the direction when you move it from the sidewards. So it is somewhat relating to fish. Okay. So the shape of the boat and the shape of the fish are more or less same. So far we have discussed about the movements in animals. So we are going to discuss about the movements in human body. Humans can move some parts of their body in different directions. However, some body parts can be moved only in one direction. Our body is made up of a framework of bones called skeleton, which helps in the movement of the body. So, humans, we can move some parts of our body in different directions. Our leg, our hands, they can be moved in different directions, but some body parts can be moved only in one direction. Our body is made up of a framework of bones called skeleton. So, what is a framework? It is shape. Okay, so our body is made up of in the shape of bones. They only give the shape to our body. So, our body it is made up of a framework of bones. So, that is called as skeleton. It only helps in the movement of our body. Some movements in body parts of human are movement of eyelids, movement of the heart muscles, movement of teeth and jaw, movement of arms and legs, movements of head, movements of neck. Movement of some organs happens because of the combined action of bones and muscles. In such cases, movement is possible along a point where two or more bones meet. So, in some organs, the movement happens because of the combined action of bones and muscles. So, in such cases, the movement is possible along to a point where two or more bones meet. In such cases, the movement is possible along to a point where two or more bones meet. Do you know? Cheetah can run 76 km per hour. Hippopotamus can run faster than a man. Cockroach is the fastest animal with 6 legs covering a meter per second. The fastest mammal, the dolphin, can swim up to 35 miles per hour. Summary of the video. We discussed about movement in different animals, earthworm, cockroach, birds, snake and fish. And finally, we discussed about the movements in human body. This is to be continued. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.